morning time, isn't it, Buzz? And it's been absolutely throwing it down. Just had to come in to make sure the electric's on for the stables. So it is absolutely miserable. Just had to get a spare bucket from out the pens. I'm only using those pens now when the weather's really bad, but I'm not bringing them out today. They've been getting out quite a bit, so they've been munching down the grass around the property, just as long as they don't go in my gardens or eat my hedging that I've done. So yeah, I must be getting out of breath a lot. When I listen back to the videos, I think I sound really breathless. I can hear them all. Ooh, what a wet morning. Say hello to everyone again. Good morning again, but Com's eating this. Now, right, Com needs a good brushing down. He lost a bit of condition, so I've got to feed him up. So I've been cooking barley on the range. This is for Com, so that goes in with his hard feed. If you cook barley, a large bag from your wholesaler for the horses, you know, like NCF, anywhere like that, cook it and you can give it to the horses. It's non-heating. Now if you give that in the raw form, it's heating and it can make the horse go too hyper, but if you cook it, it's non-heating. So I mix that in with these with the hard feed that we've got there. Right, I'm going to mix some for Rosa. So I'm going to do half a scoop, pop it in there, and then I'm going to do not quite a full scoop, but more or less. Give that a good mix. And this will be Rose's. She's a show pony, so she's a bit hot-blooded at times. Well, she's hot-blooded. She's a show pony. Needless to say, I've not shown her, and I must get myself organised. Hopefully, get more time. And again, she's the carriage pony. Again, yes, I know, Rosa. Say hello to the viewers. Yes, that is your nostrils. Right. Oops, stay there, Buzz. Right, Rosa. Right, come on, let's get you in. You know where it goes. Right. Yes, I know. So that's Rosa now. So she's quite happy there now. Oh no, Rosa, don't be messing about. Yeah, shit pony. Look at the state of it. Wait till I get my washroom back, eh? And it'll be soon. Believe me, I'll have it emptied. Get you cleaned up and get you nice clean rugs on. There's no point in putting clean rugs on you when you're filthy. Now, so that's Rosa done. I'll be mucking them out shortly. So I've got all the boxes up there. That's for the horse rugs. And hello boys. Yes, I'll be feeding you and mucking you out. I'm just doing this for the viewers. So I've managed to get I've got loads more space available up there, but I've got to clean up there, yeah, and then I'll start storing it properly. So I'm absolutely delighted. I mean, I'm so excited and delighted to have all that space now. That's brilliant. So that's becoming the new workshop for the time being. Sid's stable now is going to become the carriage room. I'm going to have 2 large stables there. So what we're going to do with this room, we're actually going to take this wall down, but might be a block and a half here. Build the wall up here a block and a half. Put a double gate in, so we can still use it as a stable. But meanwhile, we've got massive doors that we can open out, 2 double doors. We can put all the carriages in there, and at least then I can get the carriages when I want to get the carriages, rather than be stuck away and then we never do it. So these double doors, Buzz, stop spinning. So these double doors I'd be opposite here, so it'd be easy pulled out. So yay! We only come up with that idea the other day, because I was saying maybe when we finish with this room to use it as the carriage room, but as Vincent pointed out, it'd be awkward because we wouldn't have the space really to bring them this way to come out. We could, but it'd be so awkward. And then this way we've got the double doors here, so yeah, so Vincent was right. We both decided on that one in the end because of the double doors there. Yeah, so that's another job on the list, of the long list. Right, it's going to take me 45 minutes now, so I'm just going to get the animals sorted and I will then get in the craft room and start doing some crafts. Okay, see you later. Right, okay, I've got some old frames. This frame, well, it's seen better days. I've repurposed this so many times. It's starting to fall apart because there's imprint on that. So, as you can see, I've painted it several different colours. So I'm going to turn this into this. As you can see, it's got an Easter theme to it. You can have it in a bedroom. It doesn't have to be Easter in particular. It's got nice effects on it, you know, like a lace effect on it. I've got roses on it, some writing on it, some rabbits on it. As you can see, it's a really fun way to redesign your picture frames. Whether you want to use it like this and maybe put something architectural in between, like a 3D effect, I can show you those things, or put the glass back in and maybe put a picture inside of your choosing, whether it be family members or something to do with Easter or floral design. It's up to yourself. You can do it either way, but I've done it so it's going to be it's going to be this way around because I quite like the effect that that's giving. So I'm really pleased with that. I'll show you how to do it in a mo. The first thing you need to do, obviously, take it apart. Carefully take the glass out. So pull your little metal strips back. I'm just going to put that to one side safely and give it a wipe down. So on both sides. Oh, the bits are falling off. Anyway, you can sort them out. So I'm going to give this a good wipe over. I've got screws in this. I'm going to take those screws out as well. Got me screwdriver. So this was on the door of the salon for a long time. I'm just going to take these out. They've gone rusty now, those screws, so I'm not sure if I'll be using those again on this. Right, once I've taken those screws out, I'm going to sand this down with a 100 grit. This is off at my machine, but I've got some plain sheets somewhere. I'll have to root them out. So I'm going to give this a good rub down. Now, if this doesn't work out too well, I've got my machine actually that I could use either. Good old faithful Black & Decker. Yeah, I think we'll be using the Black & Decker, the big guns. Papers on this one. Right, I've come outside with the sander, so it's going to be less doors because I don't fancy cleaning. If I can get away with not cleaning. Right. I don't want to get it perfect, all the black off. I'm just giving it a rough sanding. so when I do put the spray paint on, it's going to adhere to it easier. Just to let you know, I'm not taking it back to the wood. So it's about 80 grit sandpaper. Right, we'll have a look at that. That's probably good enough. Just make sure I've got all the flaky bits off. Yeah, there's a few more bits here. I'll just rub that by hand there, just to get those flaky bits off. But that's okay, because we're going to spray that, so that's all I wanted to show you on this bit. So, okay, I'm back in the warmth. I'm giving this a wipe down. Some people would like that sort of thing as well, and just wax over it. It's nice too. You can do that. Stress things out. Can look pretty good. Right, I got this from Mr. Price. I'm going for a chrome, so it's going to give it a really nice effect. They're about $2.99, $3.99, something like that. They're not overly expensive, but you'll get quite a few goes out of it as well. So I'm going to give it a good shake. I'm going to take this outside, spray it on both sides. And once it's dry, I'll bring it back in and I'll show you the next step. Okay, right, we're waiting for that to dry outside that frame. I picked this up last week from the charity shop from the hospice, and it was 50 cents. Someone's obviously done like a DIY makeover on it. I'm going to change it, so we'll do something different again with it. So I'm going to give it a wipe down with my antibacterial wipes. Give this a good rubbing down. It's a wooden stand for a candle. I don't know if I want to keep it a wood effect. You could do different things with this. You could actually take this off, and you could glue a plate to it, a decorative plate, or a piece of glass plate, or plastic, and spray it. You could do several little different things with this. I think what I'm going to do with it, I was part thinking do a paint it, but I don't know if I like it. I don't like the chalk paint that's on it. I think I'm going to do a stone effect on it. What do you think? No, you can give me some, I've got the comments open, so whatever you think, but obviously, you know, this is going to be aired, so I think I'll do a makeover of this with the stone effect. I'm just going to get a pair of scissors and cut this off and finish giving it a good wipe down. I'm just going to get me material scissors, and a good quality pair of scissors then. Just be very careful with them, don't want to ruin them. Tag off. Yeah, it's coming off nicely now. It's a bit yucky wet. Right, that is the Stone Effects spray, as I've shown you before, and a couple of other things. So where do I go with that one? Now, I did pick up this cast bronze. You can use it indoor or outdoors. I don't know if I'm gone on that. I think we're going to go for the stone effect. Yeah. Right. It's dried in. It's not totally dry, but it's dry enough. So I'm going to do a light coating on the top. I was going to keep this black, but I decided if I'm doing the stone effect, I want it to look like stone. Otherwise, it's just going to look cheap. So I'm painting it. So that was that. So when I've not got a candle on it, or even when the candle's on it, it just looks more effective. Always remember, when you finish with your chalk paint, make sure the lid's on tight so the air doesn't get to it, because it can dry out because it's water based. So that's on nice and tight now. Again, what paint I've got left in here, don't put it back into your chalk paint. One, because it's tap water and it could make the whole thing go funny colour or go off. So if you're ever using it and watering it down, just take a small amount out and then water it down. It's the best way to do it. Then you're just getting no other chemicals in there. Right, so that's down. I should leave that to one side. And I can put a little bit of cling film over what's left in there. And if I was using my paintbrush afterwards, you can put cling film on a plastic bag on your paintbrush so you can keep going without washing it in between. So that's where we're up to at the moment. This is another frame that I sprayed a while ago for another project I had. So I'm going to change this up now. So I like the colour. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get a paper napkin and I'm going to glue the paper napkin on with craft glue. So how you do this, there's like 3 layers on the napkin. So gently, just a minute or two, but you can see peel. So you've got this part of the napkin that you don't need, so that can be put to one side. Now you've got this part of the napkin, you can use that thickness or you can go thinner again. There should be another layer there. Yes, there you go. See? So it's in 3 layers. So we're taking this layer off and making it a little bit more translucent. I could have left that layer on and just made it pop out a little bit more, but I just wanted it a little bit translucent, so I'll get rid of that one. And what I'm going to do carefully, I'm going to go around the edges with this pattern. I'm just going to pick out where I want it and then go around the edges. So I quite like this section here. So let's have a look at that length there. Because the flowers are just nicely sitting there, the roses. So from there to there, yeah. I'll trim. Just roughly trim. There we go. Just put that to one side for the moment. So now I've got my roses. So I'm going to do them on the insert. So I'm still going to keep my pattern here and my pattern here. So I'm going to use a little bit of craft glue now. This is fast drying and it's clear and it's washable. So I've got a little bit of glass here, so I'm just going to pop a small amount out on the glass. Got my little pad here, just going to dip that in slightly. And I'm just going to go along where I'm going to apply it. Then I'm going to mark it out roughly. Next I've got the 2 roses at the end. Yeah, that's it. Just pop those in, just gently push down with my sponge, and then I'm just going to pop this in there. Again, this can be a project, so you can put in your bedroom or a bathroom. I'm just going to apply a little bit more craft glue. Just going to apply a slight amount over the top. Again, I just want to be very careful because it'd be very, make sure there's no creases, it'd be very thin there. Don't want to over do it. So I've just got a dry brush now and I'm just gently tapping it in where I just want it to set to. Just gently, because I will be taking some of that off. And you can see how it's turning out to be. So eventually I'll be taking this off here so I can see my rim, and I'll be taking this off here, but I'm going to let that dry. So I'm going to do the underside now down here. I'm going to trim along there. You can wet this very gently to tear it, but I'm just cutting it with the scissors because I want to get exactly where I need it to be. So again, I want these two sets of roses in there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just going to let that dry. Now I'm going to turn it over to this side. And I'm going to do the same again along here. So that is that edge done. Pretty pinks. Nice subtle pastel shades those are. I'm going to do the corners again here. One corner, let's do the corner here. Once that is dry, I'm going to tidy all the edges, and then I'll go over it again with a craft glue. As you can see, I've got a sanding block, and you just gently go over the edges, and I use the corner of the block, and I'll show you that in a minute. So you can see there where it's neat and where it's not been done, and you can see the little pattern around the edges. So I'm just using the corner of the block, just lightly wipe over, and then you can just peel it off. It's easily done, but don't press too hard, obviously you don't want to take the paint off. Once you've finished the whole taking the edges off, you then want to seal it in again with your craft glue, just to go over it one more time. That'll make it waterproof as well, so you can wipe it down. That's why it's good for a bathroom as well. And let it dry, and then that's it. Decorate how you'd like it to be, whether you want to put a picture in or have it as just a frame on top of frames, as they're doing the designs these days. Just finishing off my stone effect candle stand, you'll see in a mo. Right, these are all my high-end flips from charity shops and thrifting. And don't they look amazing? Really good quality looking, expensive. Absolutely delighted with them, the stone effect. And it looks really good quality, as you can see. You can really zoom in there. As you know, on previous video you see me doing this vase, the stone effect. I picked up this this wooden stand for the candle from a charity shop, a couple of euros. A little wooden vase there, I can pop a little bit of greenery in there. My little pot one over there. So very cheaply done, but very expensive. Just to give you an idea of how you can decorate. I mean, look at the quality on that. It looks brilliant. I know I've got a bit of shade in there from the light, but it looks absolutely brilliant. If I can go in this angle, you can see a bit better. But really good quality. Really worth spending that couple of extra euros just doing it. Luxurious looking. I hope that gives you some ideas of what you can achieve and how you can dress an area. Like I said, eventually when I get the house done inside and out, could take a few years, I'll have it all videos, and you can see the different effects and the different ideas and that can be achieved. Here's one of the frames. I'm using one of the paper napkins there. I'm matching up some flowers just to add to this frame. So I'm tearing what I need off the napkin, and then I'm just going around with a little bit of water and just pulling the edges so I can get the shape of the flower all the way around. It's quite easy to do, so you don't want to oversaturate the paper. As you can see, just gently then tear it off so you're getting a nice shape. You see how the shapes come round there now, and then you're ready to glue that on with the craft glue. So now the craft glue I'm using is water resistant, and I got that from Mr. Price. So any of those you can find in Mr. Price. Again, just a small amount, and I'm using my little sponge brush. So I'll get that in a second. So I'm just dabbing it on, and I'm just going to wipe over where I'm going to apply that paper napkin. So I'm just going to do a large area, and this dries clear, so don't worry if you put more on than you should do or you overlap it all. Don't worry about that because it's going to dry clear anyway. And then once I've done this, you don't oversaturate it, just wipe it on. You need a small amount, and then you've got time to work out where you want to place it, and then just gently press it down very lightly, and that's it. Yeah, it's gone down very nice. Just go over it again just to seal it in, and then once I've sealed it in, I'm just going over with a dry brush just to make sure I've got no creases or anything in it. As you can see, and it just sits nicely. So you've got all the gaps. Yeah, you just make sure it's sealed in, that's all. So I'm going on to the next part again, on the opposite side. So again, just showing you a bit clearer here. So make your way around the flowers like that. Yeah, you can see the edges coming off. So just, like I said, don't oversaturate the napkin with water, and just use a very fine art brush, and it's so easily done, and you can get a nice shape. It'd be too fiddly to cut it out with scissors, but at least you get a nice shape. It's more of a natural look to it. And again, I'm going to glue my area once I work out where I'm going to put it, and do the same again. Like I said, easily done, don't oversaturate it. Yeah, and then just place on, and that's all I did on the frame all the way around. Easy enough done. You can actually do it with your children, get them to do it on the frame they're choosing, and what type of napkins. I'm sure you can get children's napkins type things, so you can have a lot of fun with it with the family. Yep, that's finished product. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've learnt something. I hope you like what I've done here. If you've got any comments or you want to know a little bit more, just pop it in the comments. It's open. I'll help you as much as I can. As you can see, it's all done from paper napkins, so you can do any design you want for any room of the house. You can do themes with it. you can do like a wall of just frames. I've seen that now where they're just doing like a wall with no pictures in, it's all different frames. That looks good too, so you could do your own designs on it. It does take a little bit of time, patience to do it, but if you've got an hour each evening and just relax and do it, if you can find the time, it'll do you the world of good, and especially when you see the outcome of it. Please like and subscribe. The more people that subscribe is going to help my channel. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up and enjoy the rest of the video. And I'll be doing another crafts video in a month's time. And I'll see you all next Sunday anyway with another video. So enjoy this one and enjoy doing it. And don't forget, it can be for any room in the house, your children's room too. Bye.